Sup guys, today I'll be doing a deck profile on a deck that won me my first ever States Championship, Toad Jolteon Crawdaunt deck. But first, I would like to thank all these people that make this happen. First and foremost, I would like to thank my best buddy, James, who is better known as Miyamoto. He supported me unconditionally and even believed in me more than I do. And of course, he's not the only one. There's Dexter, Carl and Jolo from Philippines. This trophy is for you guys. And of course, my buddy Sandy as well for giving me these two special cards which impacted my strategy so much. Punch hard! There's also Edmund, Jason and Cassandra. You guys never stop believing in me. Thank you. Jonathan Lee from Singapore, who always listen to my bullshit rogue idea and even give me some serious thought about it. Thank you. And also, how to forget my buddy Chris Kata from Indonesia. A special mention to Nazri, who lent me this jolteon-ex at the very last moment. Thanks bro, fist pump. And of course my gym, Blackton City Gym. Thanks all for being so supportive. And lastly, Maxsoft and Adrian for organizing this event. This will not happen without you guys. Alright, so now let's jump straight into my deck profile. The key strategy of my deck is to limit your opponent's resources. This deck has lots of different locking methods and is quite devastating when you play it right. For example, Seismitoad locks your opponent's item, Jolteon stops your opponent's basic from damaging it, Crawdaunt on the other hand, and other energy denial cards keeps your opponent's energies in check. Barnaby threatens your opponent when they get too slow. With all this core knowledge of the deck, it's time to see the deck list. So this is the list. First up, we will start with the deck's core disruptor, seismitoad-ex. As you guys know, with a DCE, it locks out your opponent's item, and as I mentioned before, each deck plays about 20 items, so your opponent is only playing 40 card deck against you if you chain lock them. Next up, Jolteon-ex. Why did I choose Jolteon-ex for this deck? It's because of its free retreat cost. It gave my deck more versatility and it also increased my chances of turn 1 Quaking Punch. It also auto wins Night March as you set up Jolteon-ex with the high number of Super Scoop Ups and AZ. You can just get back all your bench Pokemon and then just roll them over with Jolteon-ex second attack. Crawdaunt, with the loaded energy disruption of the deck, forces your opponent to overextend their deck by digging out energies before proceeding attacking your main attacker. And it brings irritation to the next level, which brings me to the next tag, Barnaby. After your opponent overextending under pressure of locks and energy disruption, most likely you can deck them out. Rough Seas. Why did I use Rough Seas over Parallel City this time? Is because of the lack of Giratina-ex. And also, as you notice, most of my Pokemon are now Lightning and Water type, so it totally abuses the stadium and adds tankability as well. Super Scoop Up and AZ. Talking about tankability, Super Scoop Up and AZ adds to it as well. I think Super Scoop Up and AZ are really a core in the deck because you can strategize on what you want to do with it, like scooping up injured Toad, draw more with Shaymins, or even disrupt more with Crawdaunts. Delinquent. This card surprises your opponent and even will turn the game around if your opponent loses guard on his hand count. Lightning energies. Another thing I like about this deck is it runs basic lightning energies. It comes handy in a lot of situations, like retreating your Shaymins or Corphish if they get Lysandre out. Increased chance of using Barnaby's attack because previously I'm running Double Dragon, which only can be attached to Giratina, and it answers very well to the pesky Jirachi. Overall, this deck puts your opponent's guard really high as they cannot afford to misplay because of the high disruption you have in this deck, and they also have to pay attention to their deck before they get decked out by Barnaby. So that's the end of my Toad Jolteon Crawdaunt deck profile. If you guys got any question, please comment below, and if you guys liked it, please don't forget to click subscribe. On 2nd of May, we are gonna have our Fates Collide booster box opening together with our Player of the Month Clifton's deck profile. So see ya guys! Bye!